What is up, guys? This is Dead Rockstar from Modinformer.net, and this is Action Doom. Well, the name is generic, the mod is far from that. Action Doom was developed in majority by Scuba Steve. It was also originally released back in July of 2003 and tries to bring back the old school 2D run and gun feel of Contra inside of the 3D world of Doom. If you like Contra, you'll enjoy this mod. If you like Doom, you'll enjoy this mod. Heck, if you are alive and if you can play video games, you'll have fun playing Action Doom. There's just so much to this mod, it gets right. I don't know where to start. Actually, let's switch stuff up. I'm going to talk about what I don't like first. Now, if you're watching this and if you're a Doom pro, or you play Doom all the time, or you've been playing Doom since you've been born, you're probably going to laugh at me. I thought this mod was hard. It was just over that sweet spot of being too hard. A lot like Contra, the boss battles are just difficult. You'll be dodging bullets from everywhere. Just trying to stay alive can be a challenge at times. And in this clip, I had the rocket launcher. Do you want to see what it looks like without the rocket launcher? I died 3 times trying this, and this is probably the 10th time I've fought a tank in the mod. I get that it's supposed to be hard, but it's a little bit over the top. And if you're not fully loaded with every weapon in the game, chug an energy drink and wake up, because you better be ready to dodge those rockets. The other thing I didn't care for were some of the difficult to navigate sections, like the car hop, or the lava waterfalls, or the boat ride. If you don't have God mode enabled for those sections, you're just gonna have a rough time. Apart from that, this mod is really great. Before I even start talking about all the things I like, I'm gonna talk about something I like. When this mod was originally released, or even before it was released, there were contests and advertisements for it. It might be an exaggeration, but I'd really have to say Scuba Steve is a marketing genius. There were a total of 3 t-shirts created, and 10 physical copies of Action Doom given out as prizes for contests. I mean, just that alone is so cool. Some of the advertisements were hilarious. I just think that it's a great idea to get people interested in your mod. So this is one of those mods where it's gotten so many positive reviews. My positive review won't matter much, so let me talk about some specific things that I liked. First things first, basic Doom gameplay is intact. Scuba Steve has made this mod from the ground up, and it's packed with custom sounds, textures, secrets, and weapons. And it's just about everything else you can think of, even mini-games. The amount of polish in this mod is awesome. It even has a story, besides the typical kill everything plot that most custom maps have for Doom. Man, it's like the game didn't want me to go around that corner. You are a generic badass. When the Union Aerospace Corporation gets in over its head, and when one of their labs stops communicating, you're sent in to find out why. While generic, it's still cool in a way. With dialogue and cutscenes, it's done just about as well as you can possibly do, working within the confines of the Doom engine. The weapons of Action Doom are awesome. They don't try to reinvent the wheel by any means, but they're all custom. We get a knife, assault rifle, plasma shotgun, rocket launcher, and a plasma flamethrower gun, and a work-in-progress version of the BFG 9000 that still has some kinks that have to be worked out still. It seems like you get the most ammo for the assault rifle, so you easily clock in the most time with that. I really feel like it looks a lot like the Metal Slug Assault Rifle 2, which is a good thing, but my favorite had to be the plasma shotgun. It seemed like it was the most effective throughout the game. When it comes to map design, the mod is deliberately linear. Emulating games such as Contra and Metal Slug, I felt one of the coolest features, however, is your option to take several different paths into the facilities. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it's a pretty unique feature for a Doom mod to have. Also, I never felt confused or misguided on where to go next, which I've found can be a problem in games like Doom, where sometimes the environment can look the same throughout a whole map. So let me elaborate on the whole 3 routes thing. At a specific point in the second map of the mod, after you cross the rope bridge, you can head down to the river below you, and that triggers a section where you take off in a speedboat and you have to steer to avoid rocks. Then you get chased by bad guys, then eventually encounter a boss battle with a giant squid. Or you can crawl through a badly placed vent, which leads to a car-hopping chase section, where you then fight against a nearly invincible tank again. Or you can plow straight ahead and go straight into the lab facility through their front door. I mean, I get that this guy's evil and he's a monster and all that, but why can't he be on my team? I mean, look at him, he's a badass with that eye patch. So, the ability for you to choose which direction you can go in greatly can change your experience with the mod. It also increases replayability, which is always a good thing, especially for something that's starting to age. Next up on my list is the soundtrack of the mod. You can actually listen to the songs individually on the Action Doom website. All of the music fits in perfectly with the mod, ranging from a techno-y drum and bass vibe to a darker sound, like the song The Boss. The soundtrack isn't very long, but what it lacks in length, it makes up for in quality. After I played the mod a few more times, one of the things I forgot to mention from the get-go was the scoring system. Scuba Steve and others have placed high scores in the mod, and like the arcadey quarter-munching era, you can push for a high score in the mod as well, and challenge yourself to do better than those who came before you. So if you want your Contra and if you want your Doom, look no further than Action Doom. But be prepared to save your game often and get frustrated. The mod is definitely a must-play, and it's great to see a total conversion in Doom done so well. Hats off to Scuba Steve. Like always, thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video, and remember, why play new games when we have mods?